Hello, my name is Samantha, and this is an intermediate writing class. Today we're going to be looking at how to write a cover letter. I'll be explaining what a cover letter is, how to write one in English, and why it's important. So you can join right away if you are a premium member. I'm just going to give you a few links here. So you can get reservations for classes at verbling.com/getreservations. Some ways that you can get reservations are liking the Facebook page, inviting your friends to take classes on Verbling with you. Yeah, so you can get reservations that way. There's also a video that you can watch for one reservation. Or you can become a premium member. So it's $25 a month. And with that, you can join as many classes as you want. You can reserve a seat in as many classes as you want, so you'll always make sure you have a seat in class. So I've also given you my Verbling and my Facebook link, so you can follow me there. If you're on YouTube watching, go to verbling.com to join class. And for everyone else, you can join as soon as the button is green. You can come on in. So it should be green for you guys in just about a minute. And again, this is an intermediate class, so all levels are welcome to join, but I will be speaking about this speed throughout class. So you can always tell me if you don't understand, if I'm speaking too quickly. Amagachi, if this is your first class, you might want to join a beginner class instead. I'm teaching 2 beginner classes after this one. Okay, so yeah, you can come hang out with me as soon as the button's green. Again, we'll be talking about how to write a cover letter. What is a cover letter and how do you write one? Hi, Furkan.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, thanks. How was your weekend?
Oh, I can't remember.
Does that mean you were partying?
No, I don't like parties. I'm not a party person.
Okay.
Hi, Samantha.
Hi, Jean-Marc.
Highrise, I have découvert très important. Ovo is very good because Ovo is a similar of Facebook, but it was YouTube.
Oh.
I will give links. It's very important for you and me. Is very very important because in Facebook for chatting is very complicated.
Oh yeah, I don't check Facebook that often.
No. For me, it's very important because my eyes is small. Is very small, but it is over. Is very good for chatting.
Hi everyone. Hey Maria, Gustavo. Hello.
Sure.
Just to warm up, I'd like you guys to tell me your name, where you're from, and have you ever written a cover letter or letter of motivation before? In your language or in English?
What is letter of motivation?
The same thing. Do you know what a cover letter is?
Nope.
Does anyone know what a cover letter is?
Yes, it's a letter for you want to a job, and you write down for motivation the employer to give it to you a job.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to motivate the employer, but basically you write a specific letter for each job that you're applying for. Whereas for your resume, sometimes it's just one standard resume. You print out 10 copies and hand 1 copy to each place. The letter is like complimentary to your resume. So you would write it specifically for each job. So dear, Mr. Furkan, and then you would explain why they should hire you. No, you don't really want to just be flattering them, like you're the best boss ever. Like I've heard that this is the most amazing company in the entire world, and I can't wait. It's not really like that. You're more kind of trying to sell yourself a little bit more, even more so than your resume. A lot of it is kind of a formality, so it's not completely necessary, but it does look really good for you to hand in a cover letter.
You are bragging yourself, not your boss. You are bragging up yourself.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. So, Eric, have you ever written a cover letter before? Can you tell us where you're from?
I am from Dominica, and I am the first time in your class, teacher.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
I am from the land from the sun and sun.
Lucky. I'm from the land of snow.
Oh, Canada?
Yeah. So, have you ever written a cover letter before for a job?
Yes, many times.
And do you think it's a pretty important thing to include with your resume?
Yes, if you want to give to you an interview, you need to write down a good cover letter.
Yeah, it shows that you're putting in a little bit of extra effort, and some places won't even call you for a resume for an interview if you haven't given them a letter. So, it's usually a good idea.
Yes.
Even if it's just an email, like an email form, that's fine if you're applying online.
Okay.
Cool. And Gustavo?
Hello, teacher.
Hi.
My name is Gustavo. I'm from Venezuela. This is my second class with you. The first one was about movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And about the cover letter, I know what is a cover letter, but here in Venezuela is something that is not used. It's not common to use.
Where is that?
Venezuela.
Okay, so it's not as common in Venezuela?
No. In fact, I think no one use it. I am thinking about.
Yeah, I was curious about the different places, how common it is, because Firkin, you seem to have never even heard of it, right? Cover letters?
Oh.
No, so I guess it depends on your country. In North America, it's very popular.
In Australia,
it kind of looks lazy sometimes if you apply for a job without a cover letter, actually, in North America. So you want to show them that you'll put in the extra little bit of effort. John Mark, have you ever written a cover letter?
Yes. Okay, no, I am John Mark. I'm from France in 3 weeks now. I'm going to London.
You must be getting excited. You're going to London pretty soon.
Yes. I am here for learn my English, some good vocabulary for London.
So you've written cover letters for jobs before?
No, for me it's not possible because I am disability. It's not possible for my disability for working.
Oh, okay. Okay. Still good to know how to write them, though. Extra writing practice. Firkin, you have not written one. A mock, okay. A mock anything means like a practice or a fake. Like we wrote a mock resume in our resume class for what was his name, Franco Verbling, right? So it's like a fake resume, and we're just writing it to kind of get practice together with how to actually write it. So we're going to do the same thing with the cover letter. Write a fake one. Hoyan, why don't you come into class? I don't see you. And Maria?
Yes, hello. It's my browser window. It's very slow. It's like it's sluggish.
Oh, is it?
And what is the question again? I'm from
I was
Sweden.
just asking if you've written a cover letter before.
Yes, I have.
In
I have
English?
one in front of me right now,
Oh, you
which
do?
yeah, I just submitted one actually.
Okay.
I run a small business, but I'm sending some cover letters sometimes if I see something interesting.
What language did you write it in?
Pardon?
What language did you write it in?
Which language? Or I couldn't hear your question.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
which language did you write the cover letter in?
In English.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Do you have it on
I rewrote. I have it online. I can post it if you want to see it.
Yeah, you can
This
put
is-
it in Google Drive if you want, and I can take a look at it if you need it. Like edit it.
Yeah, I already submitted it.
Yeah,
So, but I'm gonna write another one very soon.
Okay. Yeah, you can feel free to upload it if you want to, and we can take a look at it.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you-
I will try. I haven't used. I don't know how to screen share.
If you go to Google Drive and then upload, I think you can just put it right in there. Or,
She's gone.
oh. Okay. No, you can't put fake information in a resume. When you're writing a mock resume, a mock cover letter, a mock anything like that, it means it's fake, like a fake cover letter, a fake resume. But you shouldn't put fake information in your resume. Not a good idea. Hi, Mariana.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Good, thanks. Where are you from?
I'm from Milan, Italy.
Very nice. And have you ever written a cover letter before?
Yes, I read cover letter every day because I'm looking for a job.
Okay. In Italian?
Yes, in Italian.
Cool. Maria can't hear me. Did you get kicked out? Okay. So let's talk about cover letters. Oh, and I'm Samantha. I'm Canadian, and yes, I have written very many cover letters for applying for different jobs. You're supposed to write one for each individual job that you apply to, or at least change it a little bit for each job.
Okay.
So,
Cool. Okay. All right.
okay. So this is just kind of a little blurb about what exactly cover letters are. It's basically saying a cover letter usually goes with each resume you send out or accompanies each resume. Your cover letter may make the difference between obtaining a job interview and having your resume ignored. So it makes good sense to devote the necessary time and effort to writing effective cover letters. Okay, this is important. It says a cover letter should complement, not duplicate your resume. So you don't just want to put all of the exact same information in your cover letter in sentence form. That's not exactly what the purpose is. The purpose is to kind of give a bit of a personal touch to your application and kind of highlight the most important parts about your career. So it says a cover letter is often your earliest written contact with a potential employer, creating a critical first impression. So it's your first impression, your first time really being able to speak to them. So you want to make sure the grammar is perfect and there's no spelling mistakes. You want everything to be pretty much pristine in your letter. It needs to look good so that you give a good impression. Effective cover letters explain the reasons for your interest in a specific organization and identify your most relevant skills or experiences. They should express a high level of interest and knowledge about the position. So, well, you don't necessarily want to just tell the employer how amazing they are and like, you're so awesome. That's not exactly the goal. You do want to show them that you understand kind of what the company's about and that you know about the job that you're applying for. Yes, I can upload the document. I'll do that now. You want them to kind of know that you know what you're applying for. So it's okay to kind of show off about how much information you know about the position and about the company, but that doesn't mean you need to kiss ass, so to speak. Have you guys heard that expression before? Kissing a kiss ass? It's not a very nice thing to say. But you do that a lot of the time with bosses to try to get ahead in a company. It just means like you're sucking up to them. There's the suck up.
Okay.
Suck up to someone. Have you heard that before? To suck up to someone?
No.
No. If you're sucking up to someone or kissing ass or kissing butt, It means that you're like, so say I'm in trouble at work, I did something wrong. So the next day I bring like flowers and a big coffee, and I'm like, oh, hello, boss. You look so beautiful today. Look, I brought you flowers. I brought you coffee. Everything you asked for, I'm done. I've done all my work. Everything's done. Well, I'm going to stay for an extra 3 hours today because you're just so amazing. Like, that's sucking up, right? You don't want to be in trouble, so you like really overcompensate. So you don't want your cover letter to look like that. It's not really meant to be like to try to suck up to get a job. That doesn't look very good. You have to, yeah, exactly. You have to show how you're the right person for the job. So I just posted this to Google Drive. You can hopefully see it there. So there's kind of a specific format that you want to follow with a cover letter. It depends on if it's mailed or if it's typed. A lot of the time you apply for jobs online now, but even if it's typed, it should follow pretty much the same format. So you want your contact information, then the date, then their contact information, then you say hello. So, dear so-and-so, if you know their name. If you don't know who you're writing to, like if you're not sure of the person's name, you can either say, dear hiring manager, dear, I'll type that, dear hiring manager, or you can just say, to whom it may concern. It's a very general greeting, to whom it may concern. It can sound a little bit distant, but in a cover letter, if you don't know the name of the hiring manager and there's no way for you to find it, then it's acceptable to do that. It's better than writing something like dear sir. That's incorrect, okay? Don't write dear sir or dear madame. That's it's not correct. If you don't know their name, just put something generic rather than just saying sir. Okay. And then first paragraph, how about Eric, could you read this for us?
The first paragraph?
Yeah.
The first paragraph of your letter should include information on why you are writing. Mention the position you are applying for and where you found the job. Listing. Include the name of mutual contact if you have one.
Good. A mutual contact.
Teacher,
So
mutual
this is-
contact is a reference?
Right. So a mutual contact, anything that's mutual, it's something that you both share. So a mutual contact is someone that you both know. So this is also called name dropping. Have you heard that before? Name dropping?
No.
To drop a name is to try to say you know someone that's really, really important in this particular industry. You could name drop by saying that so-and-so told me to apply or whatever. So it's trying to kind of show them that you know some people in the business and kind of show off a little bit. So name dropping can kind of be a little show-offy, but it can also look good for you. They want to know that you already have contacts in the industry. So if you have a mutual contact, that would, yeah, exactly. That might be a good time to kind of bring it up or to show them so-and-so told me to apply. You wouldn't word it quite like that, but so dropping a name, mutual contact. Middle paragraphs. Gustavo, can you read this?
Okay. Middle paragraph. The next section of your cover letter should describe what you have to offer the employer. Mention specifically how your qualification match the job you are applying for. Remember, you are interpreting, I don't know.
Yep, interpreting. Yep.
Okay, interpreting your resume, not repeating it.
Right. So body paragraphs, kind of similar to an essay, right? Just one or two. You don't want this to be too long. Any more than two in the middle is going to be too much. One is usually good. And then your final paragraph, Jean-Marc, can you read this part for us?
Yes, of course. Conclude your cover letters by thanking the employer for considering you for the position. Include information on how you will follow up.
Okay.
I'm question. My text is very good or no good? Is a question.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Maria, I gave you the document, but it's also on my screen. Maria, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm sorry. I feel mischievous, but it was like my browser acted up. So, but now I'm here.
Okay.
I'm present.
We're just looking at page 2 where it says final paragraph. I'm just kind of going over how to structure one of these letters. So this is a pretty generic paragraph. It'll be say something like, thank you for considering my application. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Please contact me by email or telephone, right? So it's going to be a very generic kind of closing paragraph usually. Then you can close with respectfully yours or sincere.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can I chime in here?
Yeah, sure.
How do you know the employer actually is considering your cover letter?
Well, if they get to the end of your cover letter, hopefully they're still interested, right? So you're kind of hoping for the best here. You want to look very confident, okay? So you can say, like, thank you for considering my application, okay? You can say that. Yeah.
So thank you for reading my application. That is like more uncertain. You sound uncertain. Okay.
This sucks. I'm wondering how it will end. Yeah. Hopefully the guy's not reading it like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm even still reading this. This is terrible. Like, I'm never gonna hire this person. Hopefully, if they make it to the end of your letter, they are, you know, thinking about you at this point, right? So you want to look very, very hopeful, very confident, right? But if you say thank you for reading my letter, please send me an email if you want to talk to me some more. Like, that doesn't look as strong. Please email me if you would like to give me an interview. You want to say something like, thank you for considering my application. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Look forward to hearing from you soon. Rather than, I hope you email me. That doesn't look as good, right? Please send me an email. I need a job. Like, no, that's not gonna work. Okay, so you want to show your confidence a little bit.
Isn't that what you want to hear? Like you are dying to get this job, or
yeah, but you don't want to beg for it.
No.
They don't want you to look. You don't want to come across as desperate. You want to come across as confident. Like, sure, I would love to have this job, but if I don't, you know, I'm such a great person that I'm sure someone else will hire me in like 5 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be quite that cocky, but yeah.
What did you say? You don't want to come across confidence, or what did you say?
Yeah. So you want to be confident.
You said come across. What does it mean?
And not cocky. I said not cocky.
Cocky. Ah, okay.
Cocky means,
it's like the
overconfident, right?
Okay.
You don't want to come across like, I am the best person in the world. You're obviously going to hire me, so I might as well just come to your office on Monday and I'll just start at 8 o'clock because I'm not hired. You don't want it to say that in your letter. So you don't want to come across like you're just so full of yourself and so cocky, but you also don't want to be like, please call me. You know, I've been looking for a job for like 3 months and no one will hire me.
Could you share with us in the end what did you say to get this job?
I'll type what I said so you can
Rippling. Rippling job.
I'm just typing. What was our guy's name? Franco at Verling.com.
Yeah. Professional barista.
There is a potential closing paragraph. Thank you for considering my application. Please contact me by email at franco@verbling.com or by phone at 555-5555 to schedule an interview. I look forward to hearing from you soon. So very neutral but confident, right? A bad version of this would be something like, thank you for reading my cover letter. Please, please, please send me an email. What did it take to get the Verbling job? It was an online application. So we had to make a sample video of us teaching and then apply online. They're hiring Spanish teachers right now too, if any of you guys are teachers and you want to teach Spanish. Yes. So then you sign it, right? So respectfully yours or sincerely. A handwritten signature usually looks really good. So if you're printing it, you want to leave space for your signature and type your signature below. If you're handing it in online, you'll look particularly impressive if you have a scan of your signature and just put the scan JPEG there.
Would that be okay or not?
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay.
That's
to
okay.
do that. Yeah,
Okay.
because it will just look like it's been photocopied. Like it looks good to have a scan of your signature. As long as the background's the same, it's not like a gray background or something and then it stands out. If you can make it kind of work right into the document, that looks good for sure.
If you want to make an animated signature, like
yeah, I don't know how you do that. You wouldn't want to go into Paint and like try to sign it. That might look a little bit. What's this DocuSign?
Okay. Can I ask something?
Sure.
Can you use websites like DocuSign that gives you opportunity to sign your sign on web?
I don't know. I've never seen this before. DocuSign. Let me see.
It's very popular. Even Kobe Bryant signed his contract within his iPad.
Okay. Yeah, that would probably be fine. Mm-hmm. As long as it looks like your signature. As long as it's really your signature. I'm sure it's a pretty accurate program, so yeah, something like that would be fine. If you have an iPad. If you don't have a tablet or anything, then you can go old school like me and upload an image of your signature, because I don't have an iPad. Yeah. So next thing I wanted to do is just look at maybe 1 or 2 samples, and then we can actually practice writing. Does anyone have any other questions so far? No. If you were here for the resume class, we talked about resume power words. There's that link. You can use the same power words in your resume or in your cover letter. The biggest difference between your resume and your cover letter is that your cover letter is very formal in its structure, and it needs to be completely correct grammar, punctuation, full sentences. None of this fragment stuff, no bullets, okay? It's an actual letter that you're writing. So you want to show them that you know how to write, basically, and that you're not going to make silly mistakes because it looks like you haven't edited. The worst thing you can do is like hand in a cover letter with 3 spelling errors in it. That would be really bad. So you want to make sure. You can even get someone else to look it over for you. Okay, so I wanted to look at maybe a sample. Oops. I had one right here. Is that my clicking that we can hear?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a sample. I'll give you guys the link. There's a bunch of different samples on this page, so just zoom in. Samples, so they haven't actually filled it in, but you would put all of your information here. First paragraph, they're going to explain why they're writing. So, Furkan, can you read the first paragraph?
I'm writing to express my interest in the web content specialist position listed on Monster.com. I have experience building large, consumer-focused, health-based content sites. While much of my experience has been in the business world, I understand the social value of the nonprofit sector, and my business experience will be an asset to your organization. Good.
So a statement like this is very confident. My experience will be an asset, right? Not maybe an asset, it will be. So you want to sound very confident like this. So first paragraph, he's just introducing why he's applying, basically. pretty brief. And then second paragraph and third paragraph. Second paragraph is the body paragraph, so it's going to give kind of some more information. Yeah, you could put shall be. It sounds like pretty. I never use shall. Shall is such a funny word, but it's old-fashioned to me. But you could put shall be. Maria, do you want to read the body paragraph for us? So my responsibilities. Oh, Maria, can you?
Yes, I'm sorry, I was muted.
I was like, oh no,
I'm here.
Lost her.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes. We can
Okay,
hear you.
good.
Okay.
Where is the body paragraph?
My
page doesn't-
responsibilities
Can
included.
you screen share, please?
Yeah. It's on my screen. Do you see it?
Yeah, it's just there cannot. Nothing is happening on my computer right now.
Okay. Maybe I'll
I can
get.
see only Jean-Marc. I cannot switch.
Okay, I'll get Mariana to read. Maria, you can listen.
Okay.
Okay.
Mariana, would you like to read the body paragraph?
Yes. My responsibilities included the development and management of the site's editorial voice and style, the editorial calendar, and the daily content programming and production of the website. I worked closely with the hair care professionals and medical editors to help them provide the best possible information to a consumer audience of patients. In addition, I helped the physicians learn to utilize their medical content to write user-friendly, readily comprehensible tests.
Good. So he's trying to highlight his most important aspects about his career, right? The most important responsibilities that he has had so far, and you pick out the specific things that apply to the job that you want. Okay, so that's what he's done here. Here's kind of his closing paragraph. Eric, would you like to read it?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Everyone has taught me how to build strong
Build.
relationship with all department. How to build strong relationship with all department and organization. I have the ability to work. You can say the next word, teacher.
Within.
To work within a team as well as across team. I can work with web engineer to resolve technical issues and implement technical
Enhancements.
technical enhancement. Work with
Development.
work with the development department to implement the design and enhancement, and monitor site statistics and conduct search engine optimization. Thank you
Perfect.
for your consideration.
Good. So this is kind of a lame closing, in my opinion. I think you should say a little bit more than just thank you. But that's okay. That's what he chose, so that's fine. You can see throughout this, he's using a lot of power words. Right? Strong relationships, organization, ability, teamwork. He can implement something, implement design, monitor, conduct. So he's using a lot of power words, really powerful verbs to kind of explain to describe his experience. So Firkin, what you said is, I'm going to found my own company instead of applying for a job. That is exactly what you want your cover letter to look like, right? You want someone to read it and be like, wow, this is really impressive. Like, this person knows what they're doing. So you can get that across with your real experience. You're not exaggerating. You're just using really strong language to explain and describe your experiences. So you're not lying. You're just using a very good vocabulary, and you're making yourself look really good. So that's what he's done, right?
Is that text on the document, on the Google document you shared?
Yeah.
Which you just read. Is it?
No, it's on a website. I gave you guys the link. It's in the chat. Do you see it?
No, can't find it. The link.
I'll put
I
it
only have the Google Docs.
I put the link in both chats.
But
But
it's
it's
in the beginning of the chat.
I just pasted it again, so it should be there right now.
Okay, thank you.
It's just a sample cover letter. And there's a whole bunch of different samples. If you go back to this cover letter sample, if you need other ideas, there's a pretty big list there of samples. We're only going to look at one because we want to actually get practice writing our own. So, does anyone have any questions so far? Any other questions? No? Okay. Let's start writing one together. So I'm going to upload another document so you guys can kind of see as we're editing. Here it is.
We'll just write. I'm writing to apply for this job.
Yeah, that's what. Pardon?
Yeah, why can't you just write, I'm writing to apply to this job.
You can put I'm writing to apply for, and then you want to actually say what the job is, though.
Yeah, I mean, so.
Yeah. But that's fine. So he's just written it in a different way. Express his interest in the position. It's just using different vocabulary, trying to make it not sound too standard. Let me give you guys.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
When you say I apply a job, you are trying to get in the job, but when you get applied, or is there a word like get applied to job?
You can say I've applied for. Once you've already put your application in.
Okay. What can you say when you get the job?
Hired.
But they hired you. I've been hired.
I got hired. I've been hired.
Okay.
Or you can just say I got the job. I got the job. If you're telling your friends, you'll probably say, yeah, I got the job. You won't go, yeah, I've been hired. That doesn't sound right. So you'd just be excited and just say, I got the job. You can say that. It's not working for me in Google Drive. Do you guys see it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to backspace all of this.
You can put Google Drive again, the documents.
Yes. So do you see the second document on Google Drive?
Yeah.
And I'm going to share it on my screen as well. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just going to do it in Google Drive. I can't find the link for this document, though. I wanted to share it. Sometimes on Google Drive, when I upload documents, I can't find the link. Very strange. There it is. Okay. So, oops, I clicked camera back. Here we go. So our sample cover letter, and I've just copied and pasted the cover letter format, except now we're going to fill it in with our information. So we already know that our name is Franco Verbling, right? So this is the cover letter to go along with our resume that we wrote in the last class. So Franco Verbling, do you remember what job he wanted?
Barista.
Yeah, so he wanted to be a manager at some sort of coffee shop, right? So a head barista. So this is the job that he's applying for in this cover letter. Okay, his address, 123 Verbling Street. Okay, I don't know. There's his phone number, franco@verbling.com. Okay, so here's your information. Then you want to put the date. What day is it today?
March.
Okay, and then their information. So, company, what's the name of the coffee shop?
Lion and Firkin.
But he has already been working there.
Oh yeah, he needs a new one.
Oh,
We'll just make something up. Something
coffee
cafe.
makers. Coffee makers.
Coffee Makers Inc. It's boring. It's okay. Our person's name is, I don't know, George.
Samantha.
Yes?
Samantha, your name.
They are
Pardon?
dedicated. They are dedicated themselves to coffee job.
Yes. Okay. So here's our address. So he's applying for a job. He's writing this letter to George Caffeine, the manager of Coffee Makers Inc. Okay. So yes, this is obviously fake. Okay, bye, Gustavo. So next thing we need is our salutation, or our hello. So you have a choice here. You can either say, "Dear Mr. Caffeine," right? Or you can say, "To whom it may concern." So in this case, because we actually know the guy's name, who we're writing the letter to, you want to put "Dear Mr. Caffeine."
If you don't have the name, what do you
If you
write
don't have the
instead?
name, then this is how it would look. There would be no name here. You would just write where the letter's going, and then you could put "To whom it may concern." Or you could put "Dear hiring manager," like this.
Why can't you just start with the title of the job, like underlined?
Oh, like this?
Yeah, but without the re.
Barista.
Wow.
Well, the "re" means regarding.
Yeah, I know.
But so that's okay. If you could have it like this and then just write your letter, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. You could do that. That's a possibility.
And then the company name, CEO Barista at blah 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 company.
In capitals like this?
Or just
Write it.
small letters, lowercase.
Yeah, it's a possibility to have that. Personally, I think it's a little bit more. Let me go. I lost his name now. It's a little bit more personal to actually write "Dear so and so."
Yeah, but in most cases, I don't think you don't have the name.
Yeah. So if you don't have the name, then that's fine. It's up to you.
If you have an email address and the email address states sales department or something.
Yeah, and in that case, you would probably stick with the "To whom it may concern." Or you can do what you've said, Maria, and just put the job title with an underline. I like to address it to someone, but it's up to you. And the "re," if you want to put the "re," it just means regarding. So if you're putting "re" and then like CEO barista position or something. Or if you're applying specifically, like if you're on Monster or one of the other job banks online, they actually put the title of the job and then they've given it a code usually. Like there's a number to go with the job, like it's job number like F or whatever, job number 8237. That's the number of the posting. So in that case, you might want to actually put "re 8237 CEO position" or something. Yeah, so they'll give you a reference number. So you do that to
REF.
RIF.
What is that? RIF. What is that?
Like a reference number, Mariana?
Yeah.
REF.
Yeah.
Is the same over RE.
Yeah, it's the same as re, right? So referring to. So, for example, say I was applying to a job that I found on Monster. I could put "re," say that's the code. And you don't necessarily need to put "at" and then the company name, because if you've already written the company name and their information and you have their email, They know you're applying for their company, right? So you just want to put which position it is that you're applying for. That's a possibility.
Okay.
So let's stick with the classic Dear Mr. Caffeine, just for this one. But those are all options if you're applying online. And definitely if you found the job on a job bank of some sort, you do probably want to include the reference number so they know what job you're talking about. This guy's from Coffeeton and Caffeineria Coffee, so that's pretty interesting. Okay, so first paragraph should include your information on why you're writing, mention the position you're applying for, where you found the job, and drop a name if you happen to know one. I have long desired to be. Yeah, you could say something like that. You could express how long you've been looking for this type of job. That would go in the body paragraph probably. So first paragraph, let's get started here. I'll keep this in italics underneath while we're writing so we can use it as a reference. Thinking back to the sample we looked at, what do you think is just a good first sentence to get us started? Any ideas?
Oh, I'm desperate.
I'm desperate? No. Please hire me.
We can say I send my CV
Begging a resume is
for.
not working, teacher.
Pardon?
I
What's
think
not
Begging a
I'm the,
resume not working.
The document isn't working?
No, begging a resume is not working.
Oh no, that's not good. You don't want to beg.
or
That's going to get you the opposite effect, where they're going to look at it and be like, oh my gosh, this person is desperate. And then they won't want to hire you, right? So,
or I'm the best hope you've got. Not
yeah,
that.
I'm the best hope you've got. No, that's probably not going to work. So if we look back at our sample, he started it with, I'm writing to express my interest in the web content specialist position listed on monster.com. There's an example. So how should we start ours?
I'm writing to express my interest
In,
in coffee makers
let me make this bigger.
to become a CEO barista. See?
Oh, what's that?
I don't know.
Sounds like a cow.
Yeah. Available at coffee makers. Or just at. Express my interest in the CEO barista position at coffee makers. Where did we find this listing?
They'll find on the Monster website.
Okay, sure. So listed at monster.com. Let's just say that we found it at monster.com.
Is it necessary to write it?
Not necessarily, because sometimes you actually haven't found a listing. Like when I don't always apply for jobs where I've seen a posting somewhere. Like sometimes I'm just like, oh, this looks like a good company, I'm gonna apply. Like even if they're, I don't know. Do you guys ever apply for jobs without a posting? Maybe
And how do you know
It's
they're-
just spontaneous or impromptu.
Yeah, you don't necessarily know that they're hiring. You're just kind of really trying to find a job, so you apply to a whole bunch of different jobs. And I've had replies back from jobs that I've applied for where they haven't actually explicitly stated anywhere that they're hiring. You never know. You never know when places are hiring. So if you really want to work somewhere, you might just...
And why did you do something like that if they're not hiring anyone?
Well, you don't know if they're hiring or not. Maybe they just aren't telling you that they're hiring. Maybe you just really want to work for this company. It's possible. Okay. So
Maybe they are doing. It's the only place where you can do the job that you want to do.
Yeah, so if it's a company that catches your interest and you're thinking like, this is the perfect company for me, you might as well apply. You're not hurting anything. The worst that can happen is they don't answer you, right? Not every company you apply for is going to respond. So, yes. from my experience.
Depends the number of applicant teachers.
Yeah, true. It depends on the number of applicants. For example, I'm already looking for a job for September in a different country. Like as you guys might know, I'm living in France right now. So I'm looking for a job in Spain. And I'm really early. Most people start looking for September teaching jobs in like May, June. But I'm already looking, and I've already pretty much found one. And because I applied for jobs where it didn't say anywhere that they were hiring. I just found a website and their email and sent them an application. Pardon?
The Dominican Republic need teacher like you here. A very well person from Canadian, so have experience teaching abroad.
Yeah.
And if you don't know where the job will be, the accommodation will be a problem probably. Don't you think that?
Here the employee for people in accommodation.
I moved to Paris and lived in a hostel for 2 weeks while I found accommodation. So you can make it work.
Not a problem for you.
Don't you want to teach?
I'll make it happen.
Why don't you want to go to Sweden and teach?
I actually, honestly, I haven't seen any job postings at all for teaching jobs in Sweden.
Okay.
I'm sure I could find one if I went there. Maybe I'll go there someday. I don't know. I really want to go to South Spain where it's nice and sunny. So.
Understand.
So first paragraph, you explain your writing to express your interest. Anything else we want to say in this first paragraph?
Probably, but I don't know what to say.
I'm outstanding.
I'm amazing. No. Oops, I didn't even spell it right. Are we gonna do a name drop or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Whose name are we gonna drop?
The CEO of Starbucks. The most powerful guy you can find.
Okay. So let's take another look at our sample. I have experience building large consumer-focused health-based content sites. Much of my experience has been in the business world, but I understand. So you might want to just very briefly explain why you're applying, meaning in this case he's applying because he's been, I don't remember exactly Franco's resume, but you could say something like, I have experience managing a coffee establishment. And I am eager to apply this experience to a position at your company. Something like this, right? Just kind of a generic statement. I do have experience. Oops, sorry. I thought my screen was sharing. I do have experience. I have experience managing a coffee shop, and I'm eager to apply it to your job, right? And then you might drop a name. The CEO of Starbucks.
When you say, I am eager to do that, it looks like I'm dying to do that. And if you don't take the job, probably your life is going to end.
Well, okay, it's up to you. Maybe you can show them that you're kind of excited, but you don't want to use too many words like eager throughout. If you use eager 5 times and then desperate and then hopeful, and you use those words in every paragraph, you won't have the most successful cover letter you've ever written. It will look a little desperate, right, Frickin? So I have to devour every sample. Yeah, it's good to look at lots of different samples. So we don't have to name drop. We can just keep it like this. The next paragraphs, this is where you start to kind of look at your resume and pick and choose the most important parts of your resume that you want to highlight on your cover letter. So
actually, if I was an employer, probably the name drop will be most important thing I'm looking for in that guy.
would it for you?
Yeah, for me, it would be the most important thing is
Should
connection.
we drop the name of the CEO of Starbucks?
Does it happen in normal companies? Like if you have a good connection, they hire you?
Not all companies, but it's definitely helpful to have connections. This is why they said a mutual contact, right? You don't want to just drop a random name. You want to make sure it's somebody that they know of. Just be like, oh, I happen to know Joe Bob, who works at the coffee shop down the corner, and he told me to apply for this job. That's not going to impress anyone, right? I know Johnny Depp. Yeah, I happen to know Johnny Depp, so you should hire me. That has nothing to do with working at this particular.
But then you cannot use the CEO as a reference.
You
because
could.
he's like above you in hierarchy. Or
you can still use someone as a reference that's higher up than you, like that's further than just your boss if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can use. It's pretty common to use someone from HR or human resources as a reference. As long as you personally do actually know them in some way. You can't just look at your company's web and then find the CEO and then use them as a reference if you've never spoken to them. You won't get a very good reference, right, if they actually don't know you. Okay, so our body paragraph. Specifically, what do you have to offer, your specific qualifications. So remember, we want to use lots of power words and highlight some things on our resume. So let's think about Verbling, what's his name? Franco Verbling's qualifications. What should we highlight here? You want to make them sound really good. We can take a look at our sample again if you want to. Basically, the sample is just saying what your responsibilities are, what exactly you did.
Maybe teamwork, experiences.
Okay. So my teamwork and leadership experience. What would you add to finish the sentence?
Will be a perfect combination for your job.
Will be a perfect match. No, you can use that in the next sentence. Don't change these wordings.
Combination for this position rather than your job, right? Want to sound a little bit. Will be a perfect combination for this position. You can say something like, at my, or my experience working at Starbucks, and then kind of pick a specific job that you worked at, and highlight some qualities that you gained from that job and explain how they are important to this job. So you could say something like, my management experience at Starbucks. How can we show how this is important to this job that we're applying for, your management experience?
Do you have to explain the jobs, explain the position? Like
you can, but they do have your resume. So you don't want to go too much into explaining the specific things that you did. You just kind of want to pick out a few important things and show how they apply to this.
No, I'm saying like a CEO must have skills like teamwork and organization skills, and I am the perfect guy.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to think of the job that you're applying for and why you're perfect. You don't necessarily want to say, I'm the perfect guy, but you want them to think that after they've read your letter, right? So you want to think about the qualities that they're looking for and then try to find those qualities within your experience. If you can't find them, maybe stretch it just a little bit to find them, right? So, for example, if you working at a coffee shop, you work with people, right? You have kind of a team, but maybe all that you really did was just serve coffee and work at the counter, and you didn't really talk to anyone that you worked with. don't tell them that, right? So you want to stretch it a little bit and show them that you have teamwork experience and that you helped the new people. So you have some management experience and things. So you don't necessarily lie. You just kind of stretch your experience just a little bit. We're just about out of time. I've given you guys this document so you can keep it if you want to. Sorry we didn't get a chance to kind of write the whole letter, but if you go back to that website, there's a whole bunch. There's a big list of sample cover letters. So I'll give you that. And Maria, if you want, I'll look at your letter if you want to send it to me on Facebook.
Yes. Can I send it so that just you sees it?
Yeah, so if you go to my Facebook verbling page, it's facebook.com/Samantha.verbling.
Okay.
You can send me a message there, like a Facebook message, and just attach it.
Yeah, actually, this one I have already sent, and I don't want to discover
to find any mistakes, and then you'll be like, oh no.
But the other one, the new one, can I send the other one to you?
Yeah,
I'm going to write another one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I think my CV, my resume is really nice. Look really nice. I followed your template or your.
Oh, perfect.
Your
You can send me your resume too if you want.
Okay, that would be great.
That's for everyone. If you guys want to, you can send me your resumes or whatever, and I can edit them for you.
Okay. Teacher, I have an assignment for you.
Okay.
I'll send you my assignment.
Okay, sure. You have my Facebook. You guys can send me anything you want, and I'll edit it. So, as long as it's in English. Otherwise, we might have a problem.
What about French?
Yeah, and French. I can do French too. Yeah.
Yes. Ask you for your French.
I'm teaching the next 3 classes, so hopefully
Yes. I go in.
Sorry, the next 2 are beginner, and then there's another intermediate speaking.
Okay.
I go in. I see you soon.